Phil, we're here in the middle of the Atlanta World Congress Center, and God help us, trying to get from cool thing to cool thing to cool thing, and we walk past here and we're kind of going, okay, what the hell is this and what are they trying to do? And then you look at it once or twice and go, well, wait a second, this starts making sense. Tell me about what you're trying to do here, and more important, just where did this concept come from?
I'll tell you a story that will hit home, Jim. And that is that we have a software company that we've been doing software for first responders for about 30 years with one of my hats called the Genesis Group. We have software in PSAPs, 911 centers all across the United States. And one of the common things that we hear about is they want situational awareness. They want to know what is happening so they know how to respond. And how can they get there quicker? So we had a motorcycle accident in our town, and it was at a T intersection. So happens the guy ended up dying because the fire truck and ambulance came in from the wrong direction and they had to back off and go another direction. And I said, that's it. We have to bring this thing to market. So we took the idea of how can we launch a drone and get it out there ahead and turn it into a product called FirstIz. And that whole solution is what you see behind us, where we have a drone, we have the box, typically called a drone in the box, but it's a very smart box, which Ryan has created. And we have the software that integrates in 911 centers that with a button click, we can launch it.
And where would you position something like this?
So the ideal place for our first responders is at fire stations. Okay. NFPA standards, National Fire Protection Agency, says fire stations should be roughly 2.5 miles apart. It's a perfect location for a drone port and a drone because it's got power, it's got backup power, it also has data connectivity, and those are great logical places to fly from.
Ryan, tell me this thing started on the back of a napkin. It just is too perfect not to tell it otherwise.
So 2 years ago, Phil wrote a great brief on what this product was supposed to be. It needed to be clean, it needed to be easy to use, and it needed to be fast. And so I sketched this on my parents' dining room table, Christmas Eve, almost two and a half years ago, and it has become what you see behind me right here. So it's all about speed. We can deploy in under a minute. A minute means calling in, getting approval. It means checking weather. It means getting a yay or nay from what we call a flight boss, which is what they use to medevac helicopters get that. And then finally it means deploying the vehicle. So the actual door opening and lift coming up takes about 8 seconds or so. The vehicle launches and then can fly to the scene of the crime or the incident or whatever it is to give situational awareness, which is really what we're all about.
What kind of range and other capabilities does the vehicle have?
We have imposed a 5-mile flight radius on ourselves for now. Obviously, we have to follow all the legal laws to fly legally. We like to follow the law here. So currently, we can't fly any higher than 400 feet, and we keep it within visual line of sight. That will change as this market evolves and matures. Currently, we're flying all the way through our Angular app, so we're able to fly. I can fly this off an iPad as long as I have a visual observer to keep everything safe and legal. Currently, we are able to land our vehicle, precision land in the port, which is something we really enjoy talking about because it's very hard to do. It took us a while to figure out how to do it exactly right. But our vehicle locks onto an infrared beam and lands in the port and then charges all by itself, no pilot, nobody touching it.
Has this been deployed anywhere yet?
Physically, no. We have it in testing in beta, one in our hometown of Tyler, Texas, at a fire station, and we are running test missions from there. We also have, this port has been on a trailer going across the United States and testing it in different locations. We were just at New Air up in upstate New York and a few others. We are looking for that first customer. But Jim, we've also tried to make this where it's a low barrier to entry for our first responders. We want to do this as a service. We want to lease it. So it's a low barrier of cost entry, and then it's just an ongoing monthly fee for them.
Well, it's an amazing concept. It would certainly be interesting to see where and how it gets deployed, and more important, just what kind of effort is going to take to get people to accept what is, just from the outside, a good idea. Phil, Ryan, appreciate your time, and thanks for joining us on Aero-News and Airborne Unmanned.
Thank you, Jim.
Are you ready to ace your FAA drone pilot knowledge test, get your remote pilot certificate, and start earning money? Well, flying a drone is a great tool that can open up new business opportunities for anyone. Realtor, insurance adjuster, videographer, or commercial weekend drone warrior, you need to fly legally. Whether you're pursuing your initial Part 107 remote pilot certificate or you need a renewal, King Schools has a course just for you. So start learning today at kingschools.com.